Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, bullet tear through Manchester apartment near sleeping boy 12. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Back in the day, Bell-Tates knew that if we provided quality products and honest service, customers would come back again and again. Have things changed? Sure, but what hasn't is Bell-Tates' commitment to giving you a fair price and friendly service. Visit us at belltates.com.
If this happened to your family, there's no way that you can feel comfortable.
Eric DiCumana is worried about his mom and little brother hours after a brutal wake-up call.
I received some shot coming through my room and from a living room, go in the room, my son.
Beatrice Abdilamad's 12-year-old son asleep on the bottom bunk in this room.
I go in the room, my son. I wake up on him, say, Jack, is you okay? You okay?
In the light of day, the damage plain to see on the walls. Chunks now taken by police for evidence. Holes where bullets tore through. Police came and canvassed the area, finding shell casings, but no suspects.
We're trying to figure out who did this, why they did this, and hopefully we'll have some answers soon.
The lack of answers keeping Eric on edge tonight.
This, to me, it really shocked me. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, So when I see people who shot at my little brother come through to my little brother and they shot at him this way, the son of 12 years old, and then you shot at him, the innocent kid. My mom is still an innocent woman, you know what I mean? So she hadn't done nothing to attack to her.
And Beatrice, the mom who lives here, says she moved to Manchester as a refugee about a decade ago. She says she has had her car vandalized in the past, but nothing ever as severe as this. She now says she doesn't feel safe living here. Live in Manchester, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Person dead after shooting outside neighborhood deli. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Facing a family crisis, you need Cervisi and Associates. With over 20 years of experience, we focus exclusively on divorce and family law. You can count on our team to provide personal attention, integrity, and dedication.
And around 5 p.m. in front of Benedetti's Deli, neighbors heard the gunfire and saw the gruesome result.
Heard 5 shots, looked out of my window, saw the white pickup driveway with blood going down the side of the passenger door.
The victim, a 20-year-old passenger in this white pickup truck, which witnesses watched speed away from the scene.
There was only 2, the driver and the passenger slumped over. There's blood all down the passenger side.
The pickup driver raced to City Hall, where firefighters started treatment on the victim. He was airlifted to Brigham and Women's in Boston, where he later died. Police are processing both scenes tonight and looking for tips.
No arrests at this hour, and police are looking for that vehicle, the passing vehicle that was the source of the gunfire. If you know anything, call Haverhill Police.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hundreds of Maine law enforcement honor state's fallen officers. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
And we do say good morning, America. This year in
For over 5 years, America's most watched morning show is.
You have no idea what a privilege it is to be able to say good morning to America every single morning.
Hundreds of members of Maine's law enforcement community came together this morning to add an 85th name to the state's fallen officer memorial.
Nathan was a compassionate, driven, loving, kind young man.
20-year-old Nathan Desjardins was a reserve officer with the Freiburg Police Department. He died last June after a police boat crash. Nathan was an EMT and nursing student. His mother says he would have been graduating this Saturday. She called today's ceremony a beautiful tribute.
You can remember him, and we can honor his legacy by being kind and good to others every day, whether it's a smile or a hug or a prayer.
Seated behind the Desjardins family, the widow and son of Somerset County Sheriff's Deputy Corporal Eugene Cole, who was shot and killed last month in Norridgewock. Corporal Cole's name was not added today. It will be added during next year's ceremony, and it will become the 86th name on this memorial. Some of these names date back to the 19th century. Mike Robbins and Jane Chase have few memories of their grandfather. Gardner Police Lieutenant Ralph Chase died in the line of duty in 1966.
He was an honorable man. He died in the line of action, and I like to represent my dad, which was his son, and our family. I think it's the right thing to do.
They give us those flowers, and I decided after each time I take my flower and I go put it on my grandfather's stone down in Gardner every year.
The group of Mainers who have personal connections to the names on this memorial is a group that unfortunately will continue to grow. Many keep returning to this spot, a reminder they're not alone.
We do this so that our loved ones in law enforcement are never forgotten. I think that's very important as well.
In Augusta, Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. China drops U.S. sorghum dumping probe aimed signs of trade thaw. China said on Friday it was dropping an anti-dumping probe into imports of U.S. sorghum, a consultatory gesture as top officials meet in Washington in an effort to head off a trade war between the world's two biggest economies. Trump offers Kim Jong-un protections in exchange for a deal on nukes. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
For a limited time only, get 0% interest for 6 years. Update your home, indoors and out, with hot styles that will keep you cool all summer long. Kick off your summer with big savings. Shop and save today at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
President Trump answering questions about North Korea. Will there be a summit after all? The president answering reporters, but seeming to speak directly to Kim Jong-un today, offering him protection now if he agrees to a deal. It comes after North Korea threatened to cancel the summit, and ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega at the White House tonight.
Will there or won't there be a summit with North Korea? Today, President Trump said he's in the dark, just like everyone else.
Well, nothing has changed on North Korea that we know of. We have not been told anything. We're just reading stories like you are.
But tonight, for this Art of the Deal president, his biggest deal yet is at risk of falling apart.
That's what I do, is deals. And with deals, you have to have two parties that want to do it. He absolutely wanted to do it.
So what went wrong? President Trump blames Kim's recent trip to China.
There has been a big difference since they had the second meeting with President Xi. President Xi could be influencing Kim Jong-un, but we'll see.
But Pyongyang says it is livid that National Security Advisor John Bolton, who they once referred to as human scum, called on them to do what Libya did more than a decade ago.
We have very much in mind the Libya model from 2003, 2004.
To North Korea, that sounds like regime change. After Libya gave up its nuclear program, dictator Muammar Gaddafi was overthrown and murdered in the streets. Today, with Bolton right there looking on, President Trump flatly contradicted him.
Well, the Libyan model isn't a model that we have at all when we're thinking of North Korea. This would be with Kim Jong-un, something where he'd be there, he'd be in his country, he'd be running his country. His country would be very rich.
And then he sent a reassuring message directly to Kim himself.
He'll get protections that will be very strong. If we make a deal, I think Kim Jong-un is going to be very, very happy. I really believe he's going to be very happy.
And from a president who beamed at talk of the Nobel Peace Prize.
That's very nice, thank you. That's very nice. Nobel.
Today, a different tone.
Look, I want to have peace in the world. That's what I really want. More so than the Nobel Peace Prize or any other prize.
Cecilia Vega with us live again tonight from the White House. And Cecilia, as those negotiations continue with North Korea, the president's lawyers negotiating something else, this possible interview with Robert Mueller and the Mueller investigation. This was news. Rudy Giuliani saying that Robert Mueller's team has assured them that the president will not be indicted. If that's true, how significant would that be?
Well, David, Justice Department lawyers have long said that they do not have the authority to indict a sitting president. But Robert Mueller can actually issue a report on his findings. That could trigger impeachment proceedings in Congress. He could also name President Trump as an unindicted co-conspirator. But look, we have no idea what Robert Mueller is going to do because he is not commenting publicly on this one. Rudy Giuliani is interpreting this, however, as a big win. David, tonight he is telling our team he is encouraged by his talks with the special counsel.
All right, Cecilia Vega with us again tonight. Cecilia, thank
you. Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.